Alright, you ready?
Put my phone down.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
Hi!
So this time we wanted to talk about basically, what are we talking about? So this time we wanted to talk about kind of an overview of Disney World, just to give you guys an idea of how to start planning your trip, kind of what to expect, just basics.
All the little things you might need to think about, or if you get to the park and you're like, oh, I should have thought of that. That's what this video is for.
Alright, so the first topic that we kind of wanted to talk about is hotels.
Yes. Now, we're starting this off. Did we say we're starting off with Disney World?
Alright, so we want to start off our Disney World planning basic information with hotels.
Now, there's lots of different hotels that you can choose from. They can be, with Disney World, there's different levels you can go to, or you can stay off-site, you can stay in condos. There's a whole range.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot that you can do. So the very base level, so like the cheapest that you can get, is actually camping at Disney World, which isn't something that everybody knows you can do, but there are campsites. Some people love it.
Yeah.
Some people don't. But yeah, so the base is camping. The next level is the value. So it's value. Alright, so the next level are the moderate hotels. So those are going to be one step above value. So they're going to have more amenities, probably bigger pools, maybe some better dining options. Not to say that the values don't have really great dining options, they just might be a little bit fancier.
Yeah, maybe not just your typical kids meals or like chicken nuggets, chicken fingers.
Yeah, yeah. So those are nice. All of them up to this point are actually pretty good.
Yes.
The very top tier resorts are under the deluxe category. Yes. So that includes, the Grand Floridian, the Polynesian, Contemporary.
Is that Animal Kingdom Lodge? The Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Those ones are going to have your fancier restaurants, probably your table service dining.
Yes. The rooms might be a little bit bigger. You'll definitely have more of a view. I know with the Contemporary, you can have like some theme park views, or at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, you can have a Savannah view. Lots of different things like that.
Yeah, as well as proximity to the park.
Yes.
So that affects all the different tiers. So your values might not necessarily be the closest. Your moderates might be closest to certain ones. And your deluxe are usually fairly close to like a different park, depending on which one you're staying at. So like some of the ones we mentioned are on the Monorail loop to Magic Kingdom.
Or they have a very quick boat ride across to many of the parks. So yeah.
So that's just kind of a brief overview of the hotels. We'll do a more in-depth look in another video, but that'll kind of look at best pools, best food. We'll go into more of that, but that's just a quick summary guide to what the differences are, especially with pricing.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so our next little subject is transportation. So this is transportation to different resorts, from the airport to a resort to the parks, and just from park to park. Now we have from the So from the airport to your park, or no, gosh, darn it! It's not the park! Okay, I'll get this.
Okay.
From the airport to your hotel. Okay, and back. Yes. Okay, so when you land at the airport, there is what's called the Magical Express that can take you to your hotel and take you from your hotel back to the airport when you leave. And it's depending on when you arrive, it can be very helpful. They will take your bags directly to your hotel if it's an on property.
And that is only offered if you stay on property. But yeah, it can be really nice. They do have certain hours where if you arrive
Before 5.
Yeah, before 5 a.m. and after I think it's 11. You'll have to pick up your bags and take them to the Magical Express, but I mean,
it's still
worth
nice,
it.
Yeah.
You don't have to rent a car. They have
little TV screens up at the top that will show cartoons and
some of the attractions.
Yeah, some tips and tricks of things to do. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's really entertaining. It makes it easy if you have kids to keep them entertained. But it's also just nice to not have to worry about that. And then they also will take your luggage back as well.
Yes.
And check in and stuff, which is so nice.
Alright, so then we also have buses. Now the buses can take you from different parks. They can take you from your hotel to a park. They can take you from a park to a park. They are honestly very helpful. You might have to wait depending on how crowded things are or how many buses they have running. You might have to wait a little bit.
One of the things that I do love at the resorts now is that they typically will have a screen that will tell you when the next bus to wherever you're going will be arriving. So that way you kind of have an idea of how long of a wait you're looking at.
Yeah, and it's just super nice if you want to go relax at a hotel or if you want to go look around other places. You don't have to worry about you having to walk there or all the way back to your car, driving out. They're very nice. And all the buses have a little sign at the very front that tells you which bus it is.
Oh yeah, where they're going, so you know.
Yeah.
And they're usually fun, so take the time to read them because they have fun sayings.
Yes, they always have a saying after the park.
Another form of transportation that is pretty magical to Disney is the monorail. So Disney World uses a monorail system. So they have a loop that goes from Magic Kingdom to several resorts, but also to the Ticket and Transportation Center.
Yes.
So that's where if you do get your own car and drive, you'll drive and park there and then take the monorail to the Magic Kingdom. There's actually also one that directly services Magic Kingdom to Epcot.
Yes, and that one actually could be very nice as those parks, I don't know, those parks can be more fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was going to say.
But yeah, so that makes it easy if you're park hopping or if you want to hit extra magic hours at certain parks just to bounce between them.
And it can actually be a fun ride if you make it a fun ride, especially if you enjoy people watching, because you do get to go around all of the resorts. You can watch people going here and there, and it can be fun. And if you make it fun with your kids, they'll also enjoy it as well. Okay, so the next transportation we have is the Skyliner, and this is a new attraction. If any of you guys remember, what was it called? Is that one at Disneyland?
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't know. A little transportation that went through the Matterhorn at Disneyland. It's very similar to that. It's taking you from a couple different resorts and the 2 parks, Epcot and Hollywood Studios. And they're kind of like their gondolas. They're entirely enclosed, but they have some really fun illustrations on the outsides.
So each one is going to be like either a different movie or a different character. It's pretty cool.
So they're currently just putting those in right now. So
they're set to open in fall.
Yes, okay, they're not open yet, but they will be opening soon, and they should help alleviate some of the wait times for other transportation as well. So.
Yeah, and it is going to be really cool. They actually have like hub spots where they're actually expanding some of the resort shopping to kind of match so that you can jump to that resort and then jump to a park, which is going to be really cool.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a fun way to transport.
Yes.
It's going to be a fun way to jump around and to move.
Okay. So another transportation option is a boat or a ferry. Now, when you're at the Ticket and Transportation Center, you can either take a monorail, or if you get there when the boats start running, you can take a boat over there as well. And honestly, the wait times, if there's a huge line for the monorail, though it may be faster when you get on it, the boat makes up for that in the line you would have had to wait in. Or they have boats, you can take a boat across Epcot if you don't want to go all the way around the World Showcase. They have a couple boats to different.
Yeah, they have one that goes between Hollywood Studios and Epcot.
Yep. So those are also really nice, and they can kind of be relaxing as well because you just get to sit and enjoy the water. And
yeah, it can be more entertaining sometimes for kids.
Yes, because
it's a different experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry to cut you off.
Maybe. And then our final one is what's called minivans. I stuttered on that. Let's try that again. I was gonna say minibus. It's not a minibus.
Minibus.
A minibus. Okay. So our last transportation option is a minivan, and those are easily spotted. It's named after Minnie Mouse, so they are red and white polka dots all around, and those can work in favor of the Magical Express, as well as you can kind of use them as an Uber that can take you.
They actually are run by Lyft.
Oh, okay.
So you can use the Lyft app to specifically call minivans. They used to be a thing only for the deluxe hotels, but they've expanded the program since then. So it'll let you know kind of service charges based off of how far you're going, but it's a pretty cute way to travel.
Yeah, and it's definitely fun. They definitely make it a good experience.
They do. They have video screens just like in the Magical Express, and so it's kind of an entertainment way. So if you have kids or if you just enjoy cartoons, I think that would be fun.
Oh yeah.
They actually will play movies as well, and they have treats and snacks and stuff. So that's another fun way.
I think that's it for our transportation section.
I need to go turn off my AC. Woo!
I don't care about figures.
Who cares?
It's cool. Happy bells ring.
I am old Kris Kringle. I'm the king of jingle. Ho ho!
It just blinks. You keep going. Yeah, and what's the last one?
Berries?
Oh, yes. Okay, so another transportation option.
I feel like it's not recording.
Is it? I don't know.